Hey, and thanks for joining us. Jim Martin here, joined with Justin Swisher, Sam Benson. Hey, we're financial advisors at Martin Wealth Solutions. We are excited to be coming to you on this fantastic spring afternoon. And hey, we were in the office, we were having a conversation a short while ago about the debt ceiling. And we were all surprised that the debt ceiling negotiations and debate right now is just getting so much attention on Wall Street, so much attention on the news. It seems like for some reason, this is the first time it's ever happened in the recorded history of the country. We've got American flags with 50 stars behind us. We've got George Washington crossing the Potomac behind Sam. All of this stored history of the United States. And this is the first time it's happened. Is that true, guys?
No, Jim, it is not true. The U.S. has actually defaulted 4 times, and we're still around. We're still not having too many issues here. Since 1960, the U.S. has raised the debt ceiling 78 times. So this is not something we haven't seen before.
78 times. So let me make sure I understand this correctly. So the Congress and the president have gotten together 78 times prior to this and raised the debt ceiling.
Yes, sir, since 1960.
Okay. So this is not uncharted territory.
Not at all.
But you would think that if you listen to the news right now, if you turn on the news, you would think, it's all over the place. It must be a really slow news cycle because this is all they're talking about. Sam, knowing that we have faced this before and we have persevered through charging more credit card debt to the United States balance sheet, how should investors be thinking about this?
Well, I think a lot of investors may have forgotten the fact that, again, we have been here before. It doesn't seem like that long ago. But if we go back to the Obama administration, we had a very similar fight, very similar outcome. We had a Republican Congress that wanted the debt limit increase with some spending restrictions or some cuts. You had a White House that wanted a clean increase, a Democrat White House that wanted a clean increase on the debt. We had a fight over it because Washington loves a fight. And we had a media panic about it because the media loves eyes on screens. What investors need to remember is that while this kind of uncertainty can rattle the financial markets in the short term, what's going to happen is there will be a solution to this. They'll either pass a temporary spending measure that will kick the can down the road 30 days while they negotiate, or there will be a short-term period of default and they'll come up with some grand compromise. That's how these things go. The market will respond accordingly. It'll go up as quickly as it goes down, and we'll go on about our business. But that's how it's been in the past. That's how it's going to go this time.
Yeah, I think we all agree completely around that. Look, this is a negotiation. I don't want anybody to realize or misunderstand what's happening. They are going to take this down to the wire to get concessions on each side and get what they want because they can. And this is how it works. That's why President Biden was at the G7 summit over the weekend. While a lot of people were wringing their hands saying he should be negotiating, this is not a crisis. They are going to get it resolved, whether they do a temporary spending measure or they pass in the future. We're not going to have the country foreclosed upon by China. This will get resolved. Now, when it gets resolved, look, we're not fortune tellers. And remember, the media loves it. The media loves this. This is how they get eyeballs on the screen. Look, if you're Fox, CNN, MSNBC, or any one of the other ones, guess what your primary goal is? To sell advertising space. And how do you get advertising space? By swirling the emotions of people up as much as you can to get eyeballs on there. So guys, take a long-term approach. I would say focus on your summer vacations, enjoy this incredible spring weather, focus on things that matter. We're going to get through this just fine. Hopefully this was helpful. Remember, as you're thinking about your retirement, like if you're an advisor, if you're a client of ours, we want to encourage you to reach out to us if you have questions on this. If you're not a client of ours, look, if your advisor is not talking to you about this, having these kinds of conversations, we encourage you, if you have questions, to reach out to us. We're happy to help you. Sam, Justin, and myself are always here to help people and put you at ease and make sure you have a long-term plan. Remember, plan well, retire happy. We'll be back next month.